Say goodbye to Windows 7 and hello to Windows 10. I know it's sad saying goodbye to your 11-year-old buddy that you just love so much. And while Windows 7 was great, much better than Windows Vista, and a lot better than that horrid Windows 8, the love that you have for Windows 7 doesn't have to go away, but Windows 7 itself does. Windows 7 was a pretty good operating system. It fixed a lot of issues that Vista had and was still better looking and had better functionality than Windows 8, in my opinion that is. However, as of yesterday, January 14th of 2020, Windows 7 is no longer supported by Microsoft. That means that Microsoft is no longer updating the operating system, won't even release security patches for it. For a while now, you should have been seeing this image displayed on your screen. No, it's not a virus. It's actually Microsoft warning you to upgrade to Windows 10 because Windows 7 is no longer supported. So, where do you go from here? Upgrade to Windows 10, of course. But how? How should you go about that? Well, you could go out and buy a brand new Windows 10 computer, or you could upgrade your current system. Upgrading your current system sounds great because, you've already got it. You don't need to buy it. But it may not be a good idea. If you have a computer that's more than 5 years old, chances are a lot of your hardware is out of date. So I would recommend spending the extra money and just going out and buying a new computer if possible. And that'll get you the nice new hardware as well as the new operating system. Also, if you have a 32-bit machine, you really need to upgrade to a 64-bit architecture computer. So you can find this information out by going into System via the control panel, and it'll tell you whether it's a 32-bit or 64-bit machine. However, if your computer is less than 5 years old, chances are it already has Windows 10. If it does not, you can follow the following instructions to upgrade to Windows 10 for free. Please note that this may not work, and if it doesn't, Windows 10 is $139 for the Home Edition. So let's get started. First, you'll want to back up all of your data, if possible. So all of your photos, documents, PDFs, and so on and so forth. Make sure all that's backed up. Then you'll want to go to the link that I have provided down below. You should be able to click on the download tool now that is displayed on your screen. However, I have seen it ask a couple of questions like what operating system, which would be Windows 10, and what language do you want. Follow the prompts and be sure to select upgrade this PC now. You can then choose to start fresh or keep personal files. I suggest saying keep personal files because that will keep all of your photos and other documents that you have, or at least it's supposed to. After you select all of your options, the download will initiate. After the download finishes, it will give you a 30-minute countdown. You can either leave it for it to finish its countdown or go ahead and select the option to install Windows 10 now. That will go ahead and reboot your computer and install Windows 10. Now, based on your computer, this could be a 30-minute process or it could be a couple hours. It really just depends on the hardware of your machine. Once your computer has been upgraded and it powers on, you'll sign in, you'll select all your options and sign in and so on and so forth. And then what you want to do is go to the Start menu, click on Settings, which will be a little gear icon on the left-hand side, or you can start typing settings. And then go into Update and Security, and then select Activation. And you should see a digital license for Windows 10. If you see Activate Windows down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you did not receive a digital license, and you will need to spend the $139 for Windows 10. I've provided a link down below so you can go ahead and purchase Windows 10 and not have to worry about whether you get a free upgrade or not. So if you're worried about Windows 10, don't be. A lot has changed between Windows 7 and Windows 10, but Windows 10 is trying to simplify things, so you should be able to have an easier time navigating once you get used to the new view. Windows 10 offers a lot of great new features, such as the new Start menu having live tiles for weather and other apps. Also, the push to put all of your settings into just one application called Settings, rather than being scattered in all different locations. And even more customizability via colors and themes. One of my favorite things about Windows 10 version 1909, which is the newest version of Windows 10, is the upgraded search menu It's much faster and more intuitive than previous versions of Windows. I also enjoy the dark theme, which makes all the screens go black, so that way it's a little bit easier on the eyes, and I just like the aesthetics of it. Again, it's hard to change from your beloved Windows 7 to the new fancy Windows 10, but at this point it is a must. Windows 7 is now a security threat to your computer and your files. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. I'm happy to answer them. I've also included a few links down below so you can have your step-by-step instructions right there in front of you in an article rather than a video. As always, thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.